The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Thanksgiving on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Bet365. Yes, Bet365 is offering new users $1,000 risk-free bet. Sign up today. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/Bet365. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, a sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience. Turkey Day, turducken edition. If I could fucking talk. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there listening. You guys, if you tailed my picks, you might have had a hell of a good night. How you doing, folks? Look, if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Nobody knows nothing.
Somebody knows. Double the price, but no one touches Dundee.
Woo! It's a good day to be alive. Like I said, happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there, and if you don't celebrate it, then happy fucking Thursday. All right. Either way, we're grateful. Still got some games going on. Bradley up 9 on UTEP with 3 minutes left. UC Irvine up 1 on Toledo with 10 minutes left in the first. And the Zags up 6 on UCLA. And Tulane Cal about to tip off. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Big 12 College Experience, host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, aka Money Lawn Mac. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Ready to get into the slate tomorrow. Everybody thinks of the NFL on Thanksgiving. They think of the Egg Bowl, but there's some good college hoops here tomorrow as well. That's true.
I think of the Egg Bowl. All right, you take your Detroit Lions bullshit out of here. Yeah. Hey, shout out to Greg Natal there. Happy Thanksgiving, you filthy alcoholics. There we go. I switched it up and did a little rum cocktail here. Shout out to the alcoholics out there. All right. Let's go. All right. Doing wonders in the world.
Tastes good tonight.
It tastes fucking great tonight. All right. And dude, the start to my day. I mean, I cooked for the wife. I was at the grocery store at like 3:00, pretty much fucking, I was just dancing at the grocery store. Catch me on aisle 7, just fucking dancing, just checking my phone, looking at the scores, just fucking dancing around, picking up shit. I was like that Christopher Walken music video, just grabbing shit. You know what I mean? Dancing around, people walking past me, let's go. Yeah, because I started with a bang. Yeah, I made the mistake. Shout out to Clark. I made the mistake of going to the grocery store today, but I was in such a good mood. They couldn't get to me. It was absolute fucking chaos. But I was in a good mood, man. Go ahead. Take that turkey right in front of me. Go ahead. You can have my parking spot. You can fucking have my parking spot. All right. I'm in a good mood. All right. So it started with the bang. The reason why I was in a good mood was Iona putting it on the Buffalo Bulls. I tried to bring you into this. I tried to say, hey, there's free money. You didn't want to take my flyer. I know you had a good day, but you didn't want to take my flyer. I mean, this dude, Buffalo's so bad.
They're terrible, man.
They're so bad. This was just easy money, folks. I hope you guys tailed me. So yeah, let's go. What'd you make of this one?
Beat down right from the get-go. Iona came to play. They dropped the first 2 games of this tournament, so they needed this game in the 7th place game. So good job, former Fair Dick coach Tobin Anderson, getting those guys ready to play.
We took the points. I think you actually bet this Northern Iowa, and you were looking like a genius at halftime when Northern Iowa was up 6. But then the Tar Heels came storming back. I didn't bet this game, but I did take Northern Iowa plus the points. It did not hit. Can you imagine that? You're up 5, you're getting 12. Yeah. You're like, I got 17 points essentially. You're just sitting there. And you still don't hit. That's brutal. What'd you make of this one?
Yeah, Northern Iowa was a complete collapse. I like the handicap. I knew they'd be ready to play. Veteran team, veteran coach. They weren't going to be scared of Carolina, and they punched them right in the mouth. They just ran out of gas and couldn't throw it in the ocean in the second half, unfortunately.
Yeah. App State. Basketball school now? Are they fucking basketball school now? I did lose $50 American on me taking Murray State.
Same.
I wasn't 100% confident on this, but I still thought it was a good play. But App is looking like the best App team I've seen in some time. What'd you make of this one?
Yeah, I mean, the situation, that's why we bet Murray State. App State was on the back-to-back. Murray State had the day off. It was situational, and App State came through. Dustin Kern's doing a good job there. Yeah, Murray State. I'm shocked that they didn't get this done with the situation.
Yeah. How about those Chicago State Cougars? I didn't bet this. I just like to play the music. and this game was what, a pick? I think it was a pick by the time it closed. They get it done 84-83. The Cougs fight on. But I did bet this one. And it got sweaty. It got sweaty. But fading Darrell Walker, it hits. Let's fucking go. I told you Darrell Walker would find a way to lose this game. Georgia State 93, Little Rock 90. It's a lock battle, wasn't it? Woo, buddy.
Such bullshit.
It was sweaty, but
they're up fucking 17 in the second half. I hate Darrell Walker. I hate him.
Oh boy. I mean, look, some days you wake up, the birds are chirping, life is grand, and Georgia State gets it done. Now, at the same time, the locks just kept rolling. I'm telling you, I don't know if you follow my Twitter account, people, but I might've done some bragging about the beginning of my day. Southern Utah, guess what? 12.5 point dogs. 13. I mean, that's on the show last night. I think it closed at 14, right? Wait. No, what was that? What was Southern Utah? That was 2 nights ago. Last night they were like, what, 4 point dogs? I bet them. I bet
plus
them,
3.5.
Okay, yeah.
Nose over there.
It's all blurring. No, so yeah, 2 nights ago was 14. Last night was 4. We lock up the Thunderbirds. You lock up the Thunderbirds. All right, boom. Just starting off rolling. But I will bitch at you in a second here. So going through picking every game, and I was thinking about, I was on Colorado State last night, and I thought, well, first off, I forgot to pick my games after the show last night. So I woke up and I'm going through the lines, and it's the lines moved on Boston College, Colorado State. I didn't bet this game, but I was like, you know what? You guys are probably right. Let me switch over to Boston College. You filthy filthy. Was that you? Was that Noah? I don't know. But
I was on BC. Fucking HCC did not come through for me. Colorado State's good, man. That's a good team.
Yeah. They look real good. Then after that we had the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Now had we bet this, I would have lost money on this because the Raging Cajuns won by 10. Noah, that Long Beach loss looking a little worse.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you make of this one?
Yeah, no, the Raging Cajuns, I don't know how good they are. I mean, they struggled with Buffalo the day before, so that kind of tells you a little bit about these Raging Cajuns. Long Beach, good bounce back, needed it.
Yeah, and we should have locked up your boy Frank Martin.
Yes.
Because they drilled Central Connecticut State by 30 fucking points. We were on the right side, just didn't bet it. Johnson Wales only lost by 38 against Rhode Island. That line wasn't out there, but yeah. But I mean, this is where it got fun. This is where it really got fun. Harvard gets it done against Colgate. Dude,
great game.
I know if you go to the picks page, you're not going to see a lock, but I started out 4-1. I go, hey, I got a lot of money in my account over the past 2 days. So I was like, let me sprinkle a little bit on the Crimson. Now I didn't ride the money line. I thought about it, but cashed in there. And then speaking of money line, we took the Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles against Presbyterian. It took overtime, but it hit. Fuck the world. I mean, dude, how sharp are we on that one? How fucking sharp are we on that one?
Oh, we were all over that one. That line made no sense. You cannot lay 7.5 fucking points with Presbyterian. That is not allowed. Tennessee Tech wins outright. Like we said, it could happen. Great win.
Noah, you were on that one?
Yeah, that was a triple lock. That was easy.
Yeah, that was like just a fuck.
He just gave it. Just give the thumbs up and it went right back.
Noah reminds me of the announcer in Major League, the guy that barely. It's like fly ball caught. You know what I mean? Like there's Bob Uecker, and then there's the other guy who barely gives any play-by-play. That's Noah. Shout out to Noah. All right. I did lose money though on Grambling against Sam Houston State. Sam Houston State drilled them by 18 points. Nice win there for the Bearcats. But it got. I'm not mad at a loss or two because after that, little lock battle with the Villanova Wildcats. You know.
W-I-L-D Cats. W-I-L-D Wildcats.
Life is grand, buddy. Let's talk about this game for a second because, like I said, I'm not saying the Big 12 is bad, but I think it's not as good as it was a year ago, especially when you add in the new teams.
I agree.
Yeah. Nova showed me life there. I remember I was kind of saying the Big East might be a little down too. Maybe it gets, I'm impressed with Marquette, impressed with UConn so far. Butler gave us a nice lemon in East Lansing.
Mm-hmm.
After watching after watching Villanova the past 2 games, I'm back on them. I think we're okay. What'd you make of this one?
So my whole thing was I thought I was getting the better coach as a dog here, and they had as much experience. I'll give Villanova a lot of credit here. They took every punch from Texas Tech and punch right back, made big shot after big shot. Tech would get it down to 4 or 5, and they would punch right back with the 6-0 run. That looked like a little bit of old Villanova. So I'm not saying they're back yet, but they showed me something today. Maybe I just had that Penn memory still in my mind, and I was discrediting the Maryland game, but good win Villanova. Shut me up for today. Texas Tech, I think, is going to be all right, though.
Yeah. I mean, there's no shame in a loss to Nova. At least we think. But the hits keep coming. I mean, dude, I started the day. I think I started 10-2 on my bets, and that's not including the money line Texas Tech play. We had a little lock battle with old Noah Bieniek.
Everybody liked this one.
Kansas Jayhawks took down those Vols by 9. Let's fucking go. Hi, buddy. How are you? Folks, youtube.com/the college experience. Noah Bieniek.
Anything to add?
Fly ball caught.
I should have known that, Hunter Dickinson's just so inconsistent. He'd show up this game. Play one game, sit out the second, play the third game. I mean, he had a double-double in the first half. So that's a tough thing to you see Tennessee play against Edey pretty well. Dickinson would get his lunch eaten by Edey like he did throughout his entire Michigan career. So I was like, you know what? Tennessee's going to do just fine against Dickinson too. But that was not the case tonight. And Kansas won handily. It was pretty distant throughout the second half.
Yeah, Kansas doesn't normally lose twice in a row.
I actually thought that Tennessee outplayed them. I mean, they had 25 more shot attempts, but Tennessee goes through these droughts, and Kansas has the luck, man. They never lose 2 in a row. That was the whole thing last night. They're not losing 2 in a row at a conference, and good bounce back for the Jayhawks, even though I think they only had about 12 hours to prepare for this game because their game got done at like 1 a.m. Eastern, and they played at 2:30 Eastern. So rock chalk, they continue to find ways to win. I don't think they're very good right now. Don't get me wrong. I think they got a lot of holes, but I've said this before, Bill Self will find a way to win 30 game or 27, 28 games to be a 1 or 2 seed in March.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was an impressive performance. By the way, what is Dolomite talking about? Darryl Walker covered. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I want money on that game.
That jackass blew a 17-point lead.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that was a big time game, big time win for Kansas. That you might hear them get a game ball. The hits keep coming. Like I said, you get up a lot of money and you just start firing off wagers. The ones you feel okay about, the ones that got real fucking sweaty. This one got really fucking sweaty. UT Martin was laying 2.5. I was up some money, so I said, hey, let me ride the Lions of North Alabama. By the way, shout out to Danny Dumbshit, who just gave us $20. Danny Dumbshit. I love our chat's names. We got Coke Booger. We got Danny Dumbshit. We got just a slew of great names. Appreciate that, Danny. We really do appreciate that and appreciate you listening or watching all these years. And yeah, thank you. Well, yeah, North Alabama covered by a half a point.
Noah Bieniek.
Dude, I ended up jumping on this. This sweat was intense though.
Yeah.
This my wife was hanging out in the house watching me watch these games today. And she might have seen me pick up a chair, Bobby Knight style at a time, and then I placed it back down. I go, I'm not doing anything. All right, it was close to being thrown.
It was.
Yeah,
it was a very frustrating second overtime because this thing went to 2 overtimes. They didn't score for the first 3.5 minutes of that second overtime. So that was something.
Noah, what did you get the line at? Because that's right. I mean, last night we caught it at a different number, but I wasn't even going to bet this game until I had. I mean, pretty much I just started winning, and you look at the board. I got 2.5 points. Yeah,
I caught North Bama by plus 2.5.
Yeah. It's the way to do it. I mean, that's luck in a way because we felt like North. I thought they were going to win the game. So I mean, there's that. But yeah, sure. Nice win for UT Martin, I guess. There, Austin Peay took down Sacramento State. We didn't bet this, but we took Austin Peay. They barely.
Sucks, man.
Yeah. You know what fooled me is the opening night against Nevada. I watched them and they played pretty good. Ever since then, they look like shit.
Steve Alford got you again.
Yeah, I know. He did. That bastard. That's called a reverse Alford. You know what I mean? When the opposing team all of a sudden looks good, and you're like, hey, how about
they're only good in the Bat Cave.
Yeah, in the Bat Cave. That's right. How about Radford drilling Northern Colorado? I didn't bet this, but I did take Northern Colorado. I would have lost money here had I. What'd you make of this one, Mac?
My guys are good, man. They're going to be right there in the Big South. a bounce back from that JMU VCU trip down there to win the Cancun, I guess the B bracket. I guess JMU won the A bracket. They win the B bracket. Radford's going to be right there to win the Big South. Good team. Darius Nichols, year 3.
I think you locked this one up and hit. I didn't bet this, but I did lay points with Ole Miss.
Oh yeah.
Ole Miss wins by 1. Moneyline Mac cashes in on him and Bill Cosby are putting the pudding in the jello. I can't do it, Cosby. I can't do it. I just can't. Yeah. Dude, I had this game on for like a minute. I thought Ole Miss was drilling them by like 8 or 9, but
They were.
Yeah.
And then Temple got the lead late, and then Ole Miss grinded it out, made some free throws down the stretch. Ole Miss is not very good. They're
waiting for those waivers.
Yeah.
From several
West
guys.
Virginia and about 10 other schools are going through the same deal right now.
They're stopping doing it, man. I'm telling you, like, it's going to make this year's portal very interesting in football and basketball, because if you've already transferred, this is a hell of a gamble. Hell of a gamble here. You better have your shit in order. Next up, now I did eat a big pile of shit with this, and I felt like this is the right side, because I feel like they pulled away late. I ended up betting. I don't think I did this on the show last night, but I ended up betting Loyola Chicago. I think I got it at 18.5, and I'm like, dude, they're gonna fucking cover this. No, they lose by 23. Dude, this was close though. It was just like a 4-point game with like 10 minutes left. It's brutal to lose that bad but Sister Jean, she did it to me again. What'd you make of this game?
I watched him on opening night. And then I watched him against Illinois, Chicago. Valentine, man, he's there. It's going to be a Porter Moser reunion, I think. So interested to see what happens here the rest of the way, because they got BC tomorrow, which is a very interesting game.
Yeah. I also bet McNeese State plus, I think, 7 or 6.5.
We were right there.
Had $100 on that one. Pissed away that one, but then the Princeton Tigers get it done for old Dundee at ODU. Dude, this line was disrespectful last night. We thought it smelled. I jumped on the Tigers. I got the heart of the Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Shout out to a classic Mike Tyson quote there. Look, this is domination, man. Domination. Up by 8 or 9.5. I feel like they got it done. Like I said, I had a great day, because that jumped into VMI plus the points. Shout out to Dolomite. Appreciate you, Dolomite. And if anyone hasn't seen Dolomite, get out there and check out fucking Dolomite. We always talk classic movies. Go watch the old school, not the Eddie Murphy ones. You got to go to the fucking the 70s ones. But yeah, VMI got the cover. This might have been the easiest play of the night.
Well, I will say they were down like 17.5.
I know.
And I'm like, what the fuck? How are you down 17 to fucking Air Force? But, they had to come back, call up the dogs. Everybody wants a happy Thanksgiving with the academies. Let VMI, the Virginia Military Institution, get the cover. Everybody's happy. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So, needless to say, I mean, it was just tonight was great, and it was something that continued to be great because the Camels, situational spot. We were on this. They drilled the Citadel. Get it done. More money, dude. What I want to know, where are those haters that were there before?
Jerking off.
Yeah. Sitting there, about to have a cup of noodles for fucking Thanksgiving. Fucking losers. All right. We dominated the card, dude. Also, American. I didn't bet that game, but American did not cover against St. Mary's. St. Mary's covered by, I think, a half a point or a point. But I'm telling you, the night was going great, and it continued to go great. And I know, we were on different sides here, Penny Hardaway and the Memphis Tigers get it done against Michigan, 71-67. Noah Bieniek, you can enter the chat here.
Doug had like a 13-point second half, and he cashed the 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists by the hook. So we got that across, and that was honestly like a tough matchup for him. I mean, our little point guard out there up against a bunch of extremely experienced and large athletic Memphis Tigers. Like that was impressive in the second half for sure, because they could have folded up. They were down like 15 at one point in this game. And to be honest, I moved Purdue Marquette to the main TV. I did.
Yeah, he's a Boilermaker fan. That's why he was heartbroken last March. Remember, he was ready to fire Matt Painter.
He was. We were all in Vegas. We were all at the win in Vegas, and I
was so done with Matt Painter that night.
I want to say there might have been some tears on the craps table. But look, and by the way, shout out to Cracky the Cocaine Bear, because I took an extremely strong edible and watched Hard Ticket to Hawaii last night. It was worth it. Folks, what are you doing the perfect holiday? Look, if you're with the family, preferably maybe you're hanging out with your brothers, holidays, maybe your father, maybe your grandfather. Pop in. When I say pop in, I don't expect you to have it on Laserdisc or VHS or Beta, but it's out there in the universe. Hard Ticket to Hawaii, the official movie of the college basketball experience.
And Clark Townsend he goes, Doug played high school in the WCAC. He's from DC, and that's correct. I mean, he went to the same high school as Jeremy Roach and then some other stud point guard in college ball. So, I mean, he comes from a very good lineage from the school. And I want to say, I wasn't really impressed with Memphis. Like, my standards or my expectations from Michigan are kind of low. And Memphis to, really, this was a game with the final 2 minutes left. And I didn't expect that at all. I was not confident in Michigan here. So I think the American's still a little bit wide open. I think you could get a Memphis, you can get a Florida Atlantic, you can get a North Texas, you can East Carolina. He beat me by like 2 seconds.
Sorry.
Yeah, fucking half court shot team.
Yeah.
I see the math talk in the chat. It's my dad's high school. My dad played for Morgan Wooten there for a little bit there. Shout out to the great Morgan Wooten. The hits kept coming, man, in a good way. I mean, I'm telling you, man, this could be the best day of the year for me, because I was on Billy Gillespie and Tarleton State. Boom! They beat the piss. Held Cal State Bakersfield to 40 points. Get the fuck out of here, Bakersfield. Go enjoy your Thanksgiving. All right,
Clyde.
Ooh. I had a large wager on that one, man. Yeah. Oh, shout out to Cracky the Cocaine Bear. There you go. Look, these are we've tested. We have a company we go to test the products, and we did that, and they wore Pick Dundee shirts out there in the universe, and they all got ass. It just so happens to be. Wright State drilled Illinois State. I did not bet this game, but I was impressed by the final. Great day for the Raiders fans out there. I actually picked Illinois State on the sheet, but I didn't bet this. What'd you do here?
I was with you. I didn't bet this either. I thought these two teams were evenly matched. Great win for Wright State. I mean, absolutely drilling Illinois State. I did not see that coming, but we also talked about this too. When you get these teams on the third day or third game in 3 days, you never know where their mindset's at. Who's thinking about Thanksgiving? Who's thinking about their fat girlfriend back home? So yeah, good win for Wright State. Fat girl's got to have love too.
No. That's a classic Mike Leach one right there. We out to my buddy. Rest in peace to my pal Mike Leach, man.
Yeah.
Marquette. I think we were talking about this in the chat. Tony was. Shout out to Tony. I know he had a good night too. Marquette somehow covers this thing. I mean, this was a fun game, but I mean, Purdue was winning this. Me and you took Marquette. Noah took Purdue here. it depends where you Noah, did you get it at flat 3? What'd you get it at?
3.5.
Oof.
So
Okay.
they missed 2 free throws in the final 30 seconds of that game, and they were up by at least like 2 possessions the entire second half.
Yeah.
Marquette made it a game in the under 4. It was a very fun game, back and forth for sure.
Marquette just keeps playing, man.
I know.
Just keep
I
competing.
know.
They're
fun.
They
They're a
coming
fun
at
team,
you.
man.
Yeah.
They're a fun team.
Oso Ighodaro, like he was good last year. I thought he was soft down low. Like other bigs went up against him, especially in the Big East. Like that was kind of the point of weakness. He got so much better in the offseason. I mean, he faced really good competition in Maui, and he held his own. He was actually like the best player in 2 of the games for Marquette, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I also like how Shock is using all those different guards. Like Kolek doesn't just dominate the ball; they move him off the ball too. They get creative so that it's not ball dominant. They just keep moving and keep attacking you. That's that team. They're national championship good.
He was always a good coach, man. He got that Abilene Christian game. Man, it was a ticky-tack call.
He was a bad
You know
fit
what I
at
mean?
Texas.
Yeah.
He's back. He's back where he needs to be.
For the record, like we talked about how deep Purdue is last night. I mean, tonight I'm coming away. My takeaways from this team this week was they can win in multiple different styles of fashion this year. Because game 1 against Gonzaga was run and gun, and they were behind in that game for much of it. Game 2 in Tennessee, they were banging the entire 40 minutes against the Volunteers. And then game 3 against Marquette, that's the team that would give them a lot of trouble last year with the pressure in the backcourt. That was impressive for sure, the entire week.
Yeah.
Completely agree. Colby, we're going to fade the shit out of them in Big Ten play because they're not going to be all, we got to go all in on Big Ten play again. We got to save something for March. If we lose a couple games, it doesn't matter. We're just about winning 6 games in March Madness. So we're going to be able to pick them off in Big Ten play for sure, though.
Yeah.
Especially on the road.
Yeah, I was on it. I didn't. Go listen to the preseason episode, folks. Hey, shout out to Daquan. Daquan is the man, and Daquan says, "Hey Dundee, I'll try my best to key in on the biggest bet of the day. I'll be honest, like I'll do my biggest bet of the night, but sometimes in the day, you sleep on it. I always have a favorite bet though of the night, and I should mention it, but."
We kind of do when we're analyzing the game. We don't wait. We don't do it at the end of the show. You say it during the show. That way people listen through the entire show.
Do you guys do this where you end up like you wake up in the morning, you're fucking eating breakfast and you're looking through the games?
Wake up in the morning? I don't wake up in the morning.
No, Bina goes to bed
true.
at 7 a.m.
Yeah. Well, for me, I also like going through and I'm like, man, I really like that game. So sometimes I'll end up placing a second wager on purpose. Yes. Now, there's also the times we talked about last night where you do the accidental second wager if you've had cocktails. You know what I mean? And that can cost you. That's reckless. But as far as the sober one in the morning where you're just sitting there saying, I think this one makes a lot of sense. Anyway, folks, we got some more games to talk about. We're going to give out some game balls. But before we do that, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Bet365. Yes, Bet365 is the world's favorite sportsbook, trusted by over 88 million players worldwide. They got props. They got sides. They got totals. They got live betting. Yes, Bet365 has you covered. Sign up today. Choose from 2 bonus offers, either a $1,000 no sweat bet or bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets. Just head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. Problem with gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, we are back, and back here, and I guess what I was doing with the rest of the slate. Oh, I was still dominating. This is one of those days where you just feeling good about life. You know what I mean? It's one of these days where you're like, dude, I was at the grocery store as I was checking out. These poor fucking people that had to bag the fucking groceries. You know what I mean? Slipped them a little tip, a little Dundee tip, because god damn, man, everyone's pissing. I don't know. I worked at a grocery store when I was like 20 years old. It's fucking terrible, especially in the holidays. You get like Christmas, You get Thanksgiving. That shit is one of the worst experiences you can like. It's chaos, man. You're on mute, I think, buddy. Yeah.
It's awful. It's a dust up. It's a nonstop dust up. It's fucking terrible.
But I'm telling you, man, I really had an unbelievable night. I got to tally up my entire score of picks here because I was on Merrimack pretty heavy, and Warriors, they came out to play. Speaking of the movie we were talking about, dude, I know we thought that line smelled, but I had to dive into the smell because Terrell Furman Jr., host of the NBA Gambling Podcast, good buddy of mine, he's telling me like A&T sucks. He's close to the university. He's a graduate from North Carolina A&T. He's close to the university. He's got guys. He's got moles, as Rothstein says. This was domination.
I love Terrell, but you didn't need moles to know that this team was going to suck this year.
Yeah. But in football too. I mean, he's sharp with it. Anyway, we cashed in there on Merrimack. Northern Kentucky drilled Texas A&M Corpus Christi. I don't even remember what I picked in that game, but nice win for the Norse. And once again, West Virginia covers the 10. They almost won it outright for us. We were just hitting all of our fucking bets. It was just beautiful. What'd you make of this one? You are you're an alum from Dub V, so I know it's disappointing, but you made money. So what'd you make of this one?
I did, and I think I basically called the score. I said this is going to be like 55-50 or whatever, and I think 56-54. The 7 Mountaineers that are eligible right now, they're getting better, and I like the Virginia match because I knew Virginia couldn't run away from them like SMU with their athleticism. I thought we should have won the game. Unfortunately, I think Tony Bennett got a favorable whistle down the stretch, but it is what it is. Virginia's a better team right now. We'll see, man. I think there's a chance if we get Kerr back, get a Cook back. So we'll see. We got a long way to go. It's been a shitty first month, a shitty off season. So good cover though, never in doubt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, thank you. I mean, I was on that. I felt pretty solid about it, probably even without you. But yeah, I went in on it.
They're playing for my guy. I mean, they're playing hard. They have 7 guys.
Yeah. I don't even think we called this game last night, but when I was going through, and I locked this up on TallySide, I made sure I did because I was like 7 a.m. I had my coffee. I don't remember calling the Southern Illinois New Mexico State spread last night. Do you?
It was just coming out because New Mexico State had just ended. I think we leaned to Sam Houston.
No. Southern Illinois, New Mexico State.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Southern Illinois.
I don't think we covered it. I think we covered Sam Houston. Anyway, I loaded the fuck up on Southern Illinois against my boys, and boom. That we knew they were due. That's what I'm saying. I know we didn't cover it because we knew we wanted to take them. We didn't touch on this last night. I don't know how we missed it. Maybe the line wasn't out, but yeah. I'm telling you, buddy. Did you bet this? Because when I saw this line there, I was like, "Oh fuck yeah."
I didn't. I missed it. There's so many games I just missed this one because I was going back to our slate. So yeah, I would have been on the Salukis. I was on the Salukis last night. They should have covered against JMU.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We knew that though. We had talked pre-episode saying,
"Yep,
we got to take them after that loss." That's how I know we didn't cover that game last night, is because I was like, "Wait, why? How do we fuck that up?"
They're good,
but I was dumb enough. Once again, I was having a winning day, and I was like, you know what? I will take Maryland Eastern Shore plus the I think it was 12.
Yeah.
8 shit there. Try to get crafty, and got it. Got a big loss there, but the winning came back the very next game because Indiana State covered the 7.5. Let's go Sycamores. Didn't you lock this with me? You bet this, right?
Yeah, we called it at 3.5 last night too, by the way. So it hit both sides. Let's go.
Oh, that was an easy fucking play, dude.
Yep.
Missouri bounced back after the Jackson State loss, won by 23 against South Carolina State. They did not cover though. Nice cover for the Bulldogs there.
They had another slow start They were down like 23-8.
Yeah. I was watching
bad.
it. I go, my guy Eric Martin's going to pull a bye game upset, but then they ran out of gas. But yeah, they're up like 15.
How about our Cocaine Bears of Maine too? I wish I would have bet this, but I didn't.
I almost did, man.
Yeah. They win by 11 against South Florida. However, East Tennessee State covers against Cleveland State. I'm telling you, tonight was just fucking beautiful. Cleveland State still wins the game by 2. Baylor beat Oregon State by 16. I believe the number we called it at would not have hit that, so the Beavs would have covered. I didn't bet this, but what'd you make of this one?
Baylor's Baylor, man. Baylor's pretty damn good. I'm looking forward to seeing how they match up with Florida here on Friday.
Bucknell covered against St. Bonaventure. I took Bucknell on picks. Didn't bet this. I knew that was too many points though, and I'm kind of mad that I didn't bet this because that was like a gigantic spread for the Bonnies. I'm like, man, the Bonnies are one. Even their best years to me, they always like play down. When they're playing a shitty team, they'll only win by like 8 or 10. Yeah, it's just something. I mean, I like Schmidt. I think he's a good coach, but I'm saying like, that's what they do. I'm mad that I didn't bet that. We did take Georgia Tech. I didn't bet this, but did you bet this, didn't you?
I did. Well,
yeah.
Why did I take an ACC school against a Big 12 school? They got fucking house. Cincinnati. Whoo.
Yeah.
Cincinnati's underrated, man. I'm starting to think they got the kid back. He's one of the one guys that actually got his waiver somehow revoked and he got accepted now. So Cincinnati might sneak into the tournament. I'm starting to buy into this team.
This could be the year Wes Miller, gets it going.
It's easy to see a tide turn.
I did sprinkle some money on Fairleigh Dickinson and Queens. I didn't go too heavy, but I still lost money on Fair Dick. That line smelled, and Queens drilled them. I was wrong.
Yeah. That line reeked, and that's why I said take Queens. I didn't have a lot of confidence in it, but yeah, Queens rolls. Our guys.
Hofstra got it done against High Point. I liked High Point. This game went to overtime, so I mean, I didn't bet this, but Sanford also drilled Alabama State. Glad you. I know. I mean, I almost went in on Alabama State. I did go in on Arkansas in a lock battle that Moneyline Mac won. Holy shit. Arkansas almost lost this game. And I feel like in overtime, I was nervous. But nice call with the Tree Huggers as they get it done against Arkansas there. Talk to me about this game, man.
The Tree Huggers got absolutely fucked. That was such a bullshit foul call at the end. The defender's got his hands up. The guy jumps into him. That is not a foul. Get out of here with that. But the Muss Bus bitches at the refs the entire fucking game, and they caved to him while Jared Haas goes like this with his tree hugging freaking mug. I don't know what the fuck. I'm like, bro, you got to get on these refs so you can get a call in overtime. I thought they were going to blow the cover and I was going to lose my shit. But Stanford should have won the game. I think Stanford's actually underrated, as soft as they are as a university. But Arkansas's not good in November. They're struggling right now.
Yeah. Me and Noah, are fans of the Arkansas team in the SEC preview. We were concerned about November, though. Noah, your thoughts on this one? Yeah.
My thoughts on this one, like with probably 32 minutes in, I was like, oh, shit. Arkansas is in trouble here. They're losing by, it was like, what were they down? 9 at one point?
Yeah. The Huggers
rolling. It was like, all right. I started to convince myself this is a good thing because now Michigan gets to play Arkansas. Arkansas is not on their A game. We could pick up a good win because Arkansas is just going to get rolling in SEC play. That was my thought process. And then it flipped to like, now Arkansas can cover in overtime. So now I'm rooting for either an Arkansas win by 6 or more, or just Stanford outright. And of course, it lands right in the middle. I'm just like, fuck my life.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was tough, man. But but we jumped back to winning after I lost money on Musselman because the Jackrabbits of South Dakota State put down that shitty ass Southern Miss team with that Brett Favre blood money.
They suck.
Yeah, cashed in. I did get cute though, and this is me on the circle of trust here. So I'm winning all this money, and I'm like, I can continue this. And I go, wait a second. Idaho's getting 16.5 points against Seattle. And I did place $100 on the Idaho Vandals, who got fucking destroyed. They almost lost by 40. I tried to get cute. Look, you're up a bunch of money. You're trying to get cute. I'm trying to just continue to ride this thing. Whew.
They're awful. They're so fucking bad.
They were down like 35 at halftime. I was like, oh shit. Easily the worst pick of the day. But, you start getting up a bunch of money. I didn't have this as a planned lock. This is me just being honest to you guys. We're going down as the day's going on, I'll keep winning games. And I'm like, let me keep betting. Let's have some fun here. It's the fucking holidays. Yeah. That might be one of my worst losses of the season. I'm just glad I didn't give it away on air last night. That's always worse when you give it away on air the night before. I did eat a shit on this play too. Jacksonville State against Incarnate Word.
Oh my God. Did you see this game?
I did not.
Oh my. So they actually were not the right side. They were down by like 15. They come all the way back, take the lead by 3 with 30 seconds and have the ball. Turn it over twice on inbounds plays. Incarnate Word wins on the buzzer. So probably Incarnate Word was the right side. They were winning the entire game. But man, I mean, Jacksonville State, they blew that game at the end.
Yeah. The good news is I had a big slice of pie on Kansas State. You did too.
Oh yeah.
This was like the Maryland play. I almost think back to Daquan's comment in the chat. There are plays like this where I don't know if it would be my number one favorite play because of how big the spread is, but it's up there because of the system play. This reminds me of Maryland against UMBC 100%, where we just loaded up on this. We took K-State minus, I think, 27. They win by fucking 44 points as they drill Central Arkansas. Cashed in a big bag of cash on this one. Noah, I see you're here. What's up, buddy?
No, I mean, it's the same thing. Like you guys emphasized, like they are going to destroy in this game during the show last night. Those who listen to the full show that don't skip to the back end of the show know what our favorite plays are. Cause I know I jump in and I say, this is my favorite play of the night. I know Mac, you can tell when Mac's super confident in a play. So I
don't hide it well.
Yeah. I think my thing is I go, no, get the fuck out of here. I think that's my thing. But Duquesne did not cover for us against Nebraska. We did place a wager there. I think Duquesne +8. They lose by 10.
They had the lead at half. They were covering all the way to the end, and Keith Dambrot got teed twice. And their best player. They got fucked in this game. This game was bullshit. Duquesne should have covered this game.
They did get screwed on this because
is total bullshit.
Jimmy Clark was having a night, and he puts down a dunk and then screams, "Come on, let's go!" at the ref, wanting like an and one, and then he got tacked. So.
I'm gonna fucking punch that Big Ten ref right in his nose when I see him. Fucking cocksucker.
Wisconsin wins by 8 against SMU. What happened here? This is when I went to the grocery store. SMU was down 8. I'm sorry, SMU was winning. They lose by 8 though. I didn't catch the end of this game. What happened here?
Wisconsin ended, I think, on like a 24-8 run. So yeah, Wisconsin, man, finally started to look like themselves. Started to defend, and they just dragged the game into the mud. So good win for Wisconsin.
I saw some chatter in the chat, and this is where I get confused. Someone was saying we faded JMU. No.
What?
No, you saw it in the chat though. Pre-episode.
Yeah.
I saw people in the chat saying these guys faded JMU. What the fuck you guys talking about? We locked up JMU. We bet the shit out of JMU as they drilled Fresno State by 31 fucking points. What are they talking about here? Where are they getting this shit from?
I don't know, man. Probably from 2 nights ago when the Saluki should have covered against them.
Yeah. I mean, last night we were all in on JMU.
Yeah.
Anyway, we continue. Did the fucking Sharks team bus get back to campus from across the town before Thanksgiving? Yeah, they're probably still out there. The fucking Sharks are gonna go. They're in the middle of a fucking hunger strike because they're waiting for the Thanksgiving dinner, and their bus ain't back on campus with the fucking Sharks. I ate shit on Montana State too. I did bet Montana State minus. I think it was 3. And I lost. They only won by 1. Bastards. But don't worry. Don't worry. It comes back around here. Curious what you JMU, dude. I'm starting to buy
FAU vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do too. They got size, they got experience. I like Mike Binghamton, head coach there, or Mark Binghamton. I forget his first name, but I know it's Binghamton. He came over from Georgia Southern. I think he's a good coach. I don't know if he's as good as Dusty May, obviously, but I like their roster, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm completely impressed with their depth. Shout out to Brian Sanders.
Yeah.
Man. Hey, man, I appreciate that, Brian. Man, it's happy Thanksgiving to you and your family too. Everybody in the chat, man. It's it's Thanksgiving. Hope you're with some family, some friends, something. Even if not, consider us your family. Then you're good, but you're good by us. Even that piece of shit that was talking shit to us. All right. I hope he's doing good, having his cup of noodles. No, I'm joking. I hope he's doing good. Shout out to Brian. I appreciate that, Brian. IPFW San Francisco. I was surprised. I didn't bet this, but IPFW actually did not cover it. And they were getting like 14. We almost took this, didn't we?
We did. And I was reading some comments. They probably should have covered. I didn't get to see the game because we didn't bet it. I heard they were still fouling.
Yes.
They were down like 15 and they're still fouling. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. I only turned the game on at the very end because CBB Nick our
Famalot,
Famalot. I always screw up his last name, and I don't mean to, but yes, he was sweating that game out, and he's like, "Why are you following when you're down 14?" And I turn on the game. There's like a minute left, and they do it 2 more times. It's hilarious. They lose. That's
the
16.
worst, though. I will forever remember.
So tough.
Leonard Hamilton in the Elite 8. It's the absolute worst.
Yes. Oh my God, I remember that.
Oh, I'm still mad about that. And shout out. I know Noah. I don't think he signed on with the lock here, but you did. You won another lock battle as Florida took down Pitt by 15.
Oh, the chat is quiet tonight.
Yes.
Where's all them cocky? Hey, you beat Jacksonville. You beat Gold Coast. Get the
one
fuck
specific
outta here.
guy named Tyler. I forget his last name. Just coming in
Kiss
here.
my ass.
Yeah.
Hey, what is it? December 6th coming up, man. December 6th coming up. Pitt, West Virginia, the backyard brawl on the hardwood. But no, this game, I was really impressed by Florida. I will give the Gators their credit because I shat on him and I shot on Todd Golden and the Gators. I came away pretty impressed with their team. Now I know they were super hot too. At the same time, I feel like they were making.
Well,
yeah. What's up,
Colby? I mean, this team. This is the stat that I was coming in here with today. They've played 3 Power 5s: Virginia, Florida State, Pittsburgh. They've played 5 total games. They've put up 86 or more points in 4 of the 5. The only time they didn't was when they put up 70 on the pack line defense from Virginia. And that was the only game that they didn't shoot 33% or more on their 3 balls. So, I mean, that's a legit defense over there for UVA, and they still put up 70. So, Florida could be pretty good this year.
Colby, you want a football reference? Pitt is cha-cha-cha. Every shot attempt is a fucking 3-pointer. If it goes in, it looks great, but they don't have anybody they can throw inside to. They don't defend anybody. They don't really rebound. I think they're fool's gold. They're going to beat the shit out of these shit teams like Jacksonville and I forget who they played, North Carolina A&T. But when they play some teams that have athleticism and a little shit to them, I think they lost a couple guys that were their backbone last year.
Yeah.
Cha-cha-cha team.
Walter
be
Clayton
fun.
coming in from Iona went 6 of 8 from 3 today. Just insane. And then Zion Pullen, he didn't play against Virginia that game. And he's such a good player for this team. He adds a whole nother dimension at that point guard position because he's a 6'4" point guard. My takeaway on Pitt's side, they got to pull in the reins on Blake Henson because holy shit, like he took some threes from the parking lot.
Yeah.
You cannot do that against good teams, man.
The chat's asking for it, so yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, Pittsburgh.
I ate shit, and look, I don't even know that I wasn't sure if we locked that up or not, but I bet it. Today I was scrolling through and I was like, yeah, betting on Pitt. Fuck it, let's go. It was a lock battle, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. You know I like Florida.
Well, once again, part of the beauty of winning throughout the day, and once again, we're in the circle of trust here because I'm not gonna hang on to it because I didn't say it on the show last night, but I did bet on New Mexico and I did bet on Bradley, and New Mexico drilled fucking Rice, and Bradley squeaked by I think a half point of the number that I got. Rice sucks, guys. We gotta not ever think that Rice is good ever again. All right. They're private school pussies down there in Houston, and they suck. And also Bradley, UTEP. I don't know how the fuck I covered this. I mean, this was a very fortunate cover, I thought, but it was a good game. It was a fun game to watch. Did you get eyes on either of these?
I saw the ending. I had UTEP. Make a note, chat. UTEP's a team we want to back as a dog because those guys keep
Joe
playing
Golding,
and
man.
playing. They play hard as fuck. I mean, they never give up on a game, and they're going to compete till the final whistle. And that's what they did tonight. They got a couple loose balls late just to cover that spread. So if they're catching 5-6 points, they're probably going to cover that number.
And currently we are sweating Gonzaga. They're up 4 on UCLA.
I know they were up 13 early. Come on, Zach.
I wish I would have bet Irvine because I almost did. They're up 14 on Toledo. I did bet Cal. That Cal is up 6-3 with 15 minutes left in the first. So we're sweating things out, but let's get to the game balls. And you took Cal too, right?
I did. I have Irvine.
Yeah.
Irvine was a late one just because they were standalone somewhat. So good late window, knock on wood, hopefully.
Game balls, buddy. Let's get to it. I think you started off last night, so I will jump on over to my first game ball, and I think you gotta go Purdue.
Yeah.
I think you gotta go Purdue. As much as I don't want to do it, Boilermakers are getting big time wins, and they're doing it in many different ways, I would say. So give me the Boilermakers as my first game ball. What are you doing here?
Hard to argue that. They just beat the Zags, Vols, and Eagles from Marquette all in a 72-hour period. So I'm going to go to a team we've given up plenty of game balls and plenty of game balls in college football too. The JMU Dukes are 6-0. They got Buffalo on deck coming to Harrisonburg. Lay it. I mean, they absolutely housed Fresno in that Cancun final. So love this JMU team. I mean, this could be FAU from last year. I'm looking at their schedule. They're going to be favored in every single game.
Who the fuck is running their athletic department? They know what they're doing. All right.
I know. They're taking over Virginia. Them and
they
Liberty.
are.
Them and
Fuck,
Liberty.
man. Yeah.
Liberty's slowly, quietly under the radar too because of JMU.
Yeah. 100 in both sports. Yeah. My second game ball, I think I'll jump into it. I think the chat's talking about it, and I ate shit on this play, but Gator. Florida looks really good. That's a big time win against Pitt. And I thought Pitt would beat them. I thought Florida was kind of fool's gold. It's November. You'll be wrong about some teams, but right now they deserve a game ball. Got to admit when you're wrong. Let's go. Shout out to the Gators. Mac, who's your third game ball? Or no, your second game ball. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm going to go to another champion in these tournaments. I'll go down to Fort Myers, Florida, where my Big Ten preseason champion, that was a gutsy tournament from them. I mean, they were 2-2. They looked like shit against Robert Morris, had dropped back-to-back against Tennessee and Providence, looked like shit. Come back, drill Virginia, grind it out against SMU. The Wisconsin Badgers and Greg Gard get a game ball from me.
Woo. I like it.
That was gutsy, man. That was gritty.
No, and I missed the end of it, so I wish I could speak more intelligently about what happened there. When I was watching, they were actually losing, and they looked like they were going to lose. So, but shout out to them. Yeah, it's a nice comeback. For my final game ball, I this might be a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of good ones out there. I mean, I think the Memphis one was big. There's a couple other ones that you could really talk about, but I just am impressed. I almost feel like I should just give the Ivy the game ball. Harvard winning against, but
yeah.
But the one that I was gonna say was I watched Princeton. I bet this game, dude. I know we came into this season thinking Yale was the team to beat, potentially, even after Princeton went to the Sweet 16 a year ago. With Princeton, Yale, Harvard, even Columbia's up.
I know.
I mean, what the fuck is happening in the Ivy League? They're using some of that NIL money, that rich ass Illuminati money. What's going on? But anyway, they're my third game ball. Who is your third and final game ball there?
Who'd you give your second game ball to again?
I did Florida.
You did Florida. I was just about to say Florida. I already forgot which ones we did. For my final game ball, let's go to. I'll go to my boys, Radford, getting it done in Cancun. And it's kind of a compound of they almost beat JMU. We've seen what JMU's done. Bounce back, take care of business with 2 wins in Cancun. Radford's the real deal in the Big South, in my opinion.
There we go, folks. All right, we're gonna get to picking games. The slate is not huge, so.
It actually is Thanksgiving Day.
That's true. That's true. You're hanging out with family.
Quality over quantity.
Remember, college basketball. You watch it over the line.
There are some quality games today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is. And come on, don't buy into this Lions nonsense. I know no one's wearing the hat and shit. All right,
it's our year.
Go Redskins.
Yeah, the Lions are what? Gonna go what? Fucking what? They're gonna lose in the first round, like when they had when they had Eric Kramer. And they lost to the Redskins in '91. That was the last time the Lions were good. Anyway, folks, we're gonna get to it, but first, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. They got NFL, NBA, NHL, college basketball, college football. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in. And look.
So
let's go.
I've built the play here for this show. I'm gonna take you throughout the entire Turkey Day for you. This is how I'm going to map out my day, and I recommend you guys do the same because we do have some great games on the slate that Underdog's already offering. Because I mean, the ESPN Events Invitational starting tomorrow, so they were able to get all those lined out. But at noon Eastern, you're going to start off with some Lions, right? So Amon-Ra St. Brown, higher than 79.5 receiving yards. He's the go-to option for Jared Goff on the Lions team. And then now we get to have some fun with college basketball. We've got 8 games currently out there right now. I'm taking you to the game of the day, Arizona, Michigan State. Kylan Boswell, higher than 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. In 5 games, he's cashed this 4 times. The only game he did not was against Southern when he had 10, 2, and 4 in 19 minutes. So he had 16 in 19 minutes that game. Otherwise, Morgan State 18, 5, and 1. He cashed in 22 minutes that game. Belmont, he had 14, 4, and 6, and he cashed in 18 minutes that game. And then Arlington, 15, 1, and 4 in 28 minutes. And then the one time they actually played a good opponent, Duke. 12, 8, and 5. He had 25 in 33 minutes. This line set at 19.5. Take the higher there. And then the last play, you're going to go, it's Fox, Detroit, Lions game, Fox, Michigan State, Arizona. You switch over to ESPNU for Boise State and Virginia Tech, where Chibuzo Agbo for the Boise State Broncos is going to get higher than 12.5 points here. Tyson Dagenhart, we all love him on the show. However, he's dealing with a little bit of an injury. And Agbo has led this team in their big games so far. He had 15 points against San Francisco, 18 against Clemson, higher than 12.5 here for Agbo.
And I'm going to add into this, folks. And what Noah is talking about here, Underdog Fantasy, you see that on the screen right there. Promo code TCESGPN above me on the screen here. I highly recommend it. And look, I'll talk about the Egg Bowl, college football. I think this is actually the game I want to see most all day. Mississippi State. If you don't know the history, there's a book out there called Blood Feud on the history of Mississippi and Mississippi State that I highly recommend on the just absurd hatred between both teams. I love watching the Egg Bowl, and underdogs got you covered for the Egg Bowl too. Jackson Dart, higher, lower, 2 touchdowns. He's the quarterback of Ole Miss. They also have Quinshon Judkins. They actually have everyone. Trey Harris. You can go one by one. Will Rogers, the quarterback from Mississippi State, and I like Will Rogers, the higher on 198.5 passing yards. Mississippi State playing for a bowl game, and for going back to Jackson Dart. You know, I also like the higher on 2 passing touchdowns. Normally these games get to the 20s, the 30s. They're normally always wacky. So I think there'll be some explosive points here. I know my brother NC Nick likes Quinshon Judkins, who's a fucking stud running back. If you haven't seen him play, over 89.5. I'm sorry, higher than 89.5 rushing yards for Ole Miss. Folks, check it out. I mean, look, how about this? Promo code. So, in case I need to sell you any more on this, because I'm not even trying to sell you on this. This is just like, it's awesome. All right. When you sign up with the promo code TCE SGPN, Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. Once again, Underdog Fantasy promo code TCE SGPN. And then we're going to give away a college basketball experience sweatshirt. All right, let's do that.
Oh, here
Get
we go.
in there on TCE SGPN, and then make sure you take a screenshot, send it to me. I'm at the Colby D on Twitter. There's many ways you can get a hold of me, whether it's our Discord, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord.
So your plays were Will Rogers higher than his passing yards, Jackson Dart 2 touchdowns. Was there another one that you threw in there?
Well, NC Nick's likes the Judkins angle, and I'll ride with it too. I'll trust it. I'll trust the judgment.
I'll throw out the NFL play. Fuck the NFL. So the Judkins rush yards.
Yeah, NC Nick likes the over on that. I know it's kind of crazy to stack the passing over and the rushing over, but I do think this game will probably be in the high 20s, early 30s. I know Mississippi State's offense has been asked this year, but I think this is an opportunity. Interim head coach, get to a bowl game. This is a senior ridden roster. If anything, I know this. Mike Leach was a good friend of ours, and he had built for this year. That's the real. It sucks. Mike passed away, but it sucks in many ways. From his family, he's only 1 years old, but he also had been building this thing for this year. So if you follow his history and in that year 4, year 5 window at Texas Tech and at Washington State, it's normally when they had a great year. And you look around and see the SEC West this year was kind of down. There we go. Hail State. Shout out to my guy, Mike Leach, man. One of the, I don't know if people know the story. That's how we became like, I was able to piggyback every single guest that we've ever had on SGPN pretty much off of Mike Leach hitting us up after writing an article, or I wrote an article talking about how good of a coach he was, I thought. And next thing you know, we're going up there to meet him and shit. It was awesome. But yeah, anyway.
So that's a 5-pick entry that pays 20 times your money. Colby, what was the giveaway again? One more time.
College basketball experience sweatshirt. All right.
So
brand new. I promise that's not out of my laundry. All right. Brand new.
So if they take a screenshot of either using the code or using this entry that we give out, they can enter or be eligible.
Yes. TCE SGPN. Make sure you once you use that promo code and sign up, you'll get like a thing. Screenshot that thing. Do whatever you got to do. Show me it. Yeah, we're gonna give away a sweatshirt. Let's go. And shout out to the chat. All right, let's get to tomorrow's games. Actually, wait, I got one more ad I got to read here. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. All right, win bigger by betting smarter this NFL season with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NFL, NBA, MLB, and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. All right, here we go. I mean, we got just this slate's pretty fun. Penn State, Texas A&M, 2 underachieving football programs. This game's on ESPN to start our morning here, folks. Last time they played, Penn State won by what? I think it was 17. That was Micah Shrewsbury getting it done. This
Last March. Yeah.
Yeah. This is in Orlando. Revenge is on the mind. The buzzsaw laying 7.5. That's my buzzsaw sound. I know I'm terrible. Let's start with a lock. Lock A&M minus 7.5. This is their whole team was with A&M last year.
Yeah, I'm all over this bounce back spot, or not bounce back, but revenge. Everybody's gonna get fooled by that 4-0 Penn State record. It's not the same as Texas A&M. Lock it up.
They're gonna fuck them up. Yeah, they're gonna fuck them up. Yeah. Let's go. Northern Iowa is catching 8 against the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. Once again, this game is in the Bahamas. You know, dude, I get confused on which one's Bahamas, which one's the Cayman Islands, which one's Cancun. I get them all fucking confused in my head. I will take the points. I'll take the points in UNI. What are you doing here?
This is another lock back to back. This is going to be a 1-possession game. Northern Iowa, Texas Tech, they want to play the same style, grind it out, half court. We just saw this with North Texas and Northern Iowa in the opener. This game comes down to the wire. I think Tech wins, but give me Northern Iowa. Lock it up.
Lock it up. I'm with you. Let's go. By the way, shout out to the chat. If you monitor the chat, you might find a lower number than some other ones. This is me trying to not shit on our sponsor. Anyway, I love our sponsor. All right. And anyway, someone wants me to do insurance ads. Pay me. I'll do it. Well, let's go. Boston College is taking on Loyola Chicago. This game's at a pick. Loyola's winning this one, buddy. What are you doing here?
Do you want to battle this one?
No, I don't.
I really like BC here,
dude.
They're good. I was surprised today.
I made a shit ton of money, and I was thinking earlier, I was like, I should bet every single game. And in my head, I started going through them all, and I was like, no, I'm not betting that one.
No, you got a lock here?
I'm willing to go if you are. I like BC a lot.
Let's go. You dragged me in.
I have them
push,
favored.
baby. Give me the Eagles,
this shouldn't
baby. I think they're the better team.
Yeah,
especially
100%.
on a back-to-back.
Moneyline Mac and Noah Bieniek lock it up. The Golden Eagles of BC, or the Eagles. I don't know. I call them Golden.
Coaching advantage, too, on a short rest. I'll take Earl Grant over Valentine.
I think you guys are absolutely fucking crazy. I think this is literally flip a coin. And I was actually more impressed, I think, with Loyola today than BC, at least first half. Loyola gets it done against BC, I think. Next up, we jump over to Florida Atlantic. Butler. This game's awesome. Who is Butler? That's what I want to know. This game's also in Orlando.
Great game.
Florida Atlantic's laying 6.5. I mean, they just got drilled by Bryant. Do we lock up FAU?
Both teams are on bounce back spots. Butler got drilled by Michigan State.
That's why
I see 7. I actually see 7 out there too right now. You know what? Give me Butler in the points. What are you doing here?
I'm going to take the points too. I think FAU's still a little inflated.
I'm not locking that one either. You're right.
No.
I want to bet every game, but some of them I'm just like, eh. Villanova is catching 2 against North Carolina. This game's fucking awesome. This game once again going on in the Bahamas. Last time they played, you might remember this one, April 4th, 2016. I was at an airport in Dublin, Ireland, and it was not on at the bar, but I was basically using the phone to watch this. This game was awesome. This is an awesome game. Give me Nova on the money line, plus 110. I'm buying into it. You could talk me into a lock here.
I really don't have a good feel on this game. I probably will lean to Villanova just because I think they're the tougher program, but I still think both teams and both coaches are so unproven here. I'll take Nova, but I'm not going to lock it.
Yeah, I mean these are they're all awesome games, but the edge, not necessarily there. I feel like Oklahoma is taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes. This game also going on in La Jolla, California, down there in San Diego. If you haven't been to La Jolla, it's fantastic. Iowa is laying 1.5. I'm going to ride with the Hawkeyes.
You know, I love my Big Ten, but I'm not higher on Porter Moser in the I love my Big 12. I'm going to lock up the Hawkeyes. I think they're the way better team than Oklahoma. I think I like Iowa here a lot, so I will lock up the Hawkeyes over the Sooners.
I'm fishing here. Yeah. Fuck it. You convinced me. Let's go. All right.
With a harder schedule.
Yeah. Let's go. Give me those Hawkeyes. Love Kirk Ferentz. I know that has nothing to do with
both played cupcakes. I can't believe you said that.
No, I mean Iowa looked apart at Creighton. I thought Iowa hung with Creighton for a majority of that game. Oklahoma hasn't played anybody.
They've played one game. I mean, they've played 8 cupcakes combined, one true game. So
hey, I'll tell you what, at Creighton's a pretty good test, though. I mean, if you're looking for a test, I mean, Oklahoma hasn't played anybody, and McCaffrey, I'll take McCaffrey over Moser.
Next up, we got Arizona. I was gonna go to this game, man. I don't know. It's a hard sell on the wife right now, but Arizona's laying 5.5 in Palm Springs, California, right here, not far from me, like an hour and a half away. Arizona's laying 5.5 to Michigan State. This game's fantastic. I don't know why the fuck it's being played in Palm Springs. I should be at this. I actually see it at Flat 5 also out there. I'm on the Wildcats, man. I think Arizona's gonna. I know Michigan State's won a couple in a row. Arizona in the regular season, it's a fucking machine. They're kind of like, we've talked about this. They're kind of like Rick Barnes or Purdue or something. I'll lay the 5. I feel decent about it too. So I will. Not only will I lay the 5, I will lock it up.
W-I-L-D. Cats. W-I-L-D. Wildcat.
What are you doing here, Mac?
I love Arizona here as well because you know what? Sparty's got the Big Ten opener here in about 10 days. So take it on the chin here. Izzo gets another message across, gets his guys ready for Big Ten play. Give me the Wildcats, lock it up. Noah?
I'm not betting Arizona. I'm not betting the Arizona side. However, I'm just coming in to say the underdog play here. Colin Boswell, higher than 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's cashed it in 4 of the 5 games. The only game he did not was against Southern, where he played 19 minutes and he had 16 there. So he was only 4 combo stats short.
Lock it up for both of us. Arizona -5. Colorado State is getting 8.5 against Michael Crichton. Welcome to Jurassic Park. This game's going on in Kansas City, Missouri at the T-Mobile Center. I will lay the 8.5 with Creighton, even though I think Colorado State's not bad, but I'm going to lay it with Creighton. What are you doing here, Mac?
I will too. I'm almost tempted to lock this, man. I don't think Colorado State can keep up with these guys. I think they're going to have the home crowd. I think it's a home game. I'll lock up Creighton, man. They're so good in the regular season. They're going to put it on Colorado State.
All right. I need bets. I don't have enough bets on the slate. Let's go. Give me Michael Crichton. Let's go. Memphis, Arkansas. I love this game. This game should actually happen. They should do a home and home, you filthy fucks. You're not that far from one another. This is in the Bahamas. I'll be honest. I think, the line is 1. Memphis laying 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to lay the 1 with Memphis, and I'm going to lock it up. Give me the Memphis Tigers -1. I think they're better right now. What are you doing here?
Let's have a battle. Give me the Muss Bus
Let's
on short
fucking
prep.
go.
Muss Bus over Penny Hardaway, less than 24 hours. He's going to have all his tricks up his sleeves. Give me the Razorbacks.
Mac just sold me that. Coach Angle alone. I like Arkansas here. Memphis didn't scare me too much.
We got a lock battle. Pick Dundee riding with the Memphis Tigers. Moneyline Mac riding with the Razorbacks. Wait, Noah, are you locking that up too? Is Noah locking this?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, you guys are just going to lose money because Penny Hardaway, I think, gets a bad rap. I don't think he's as bad as a coach as people think. And I think Memphis is playing damn good ball. Bring it on. Bring it on with your little shirtless coach. All right.
He's taking shots at the bar in the Bahamas right now while Muss Bus is crafting some shit up.
Yeah, Muss Bus, fucking watch one too many girls gone wild. He's fucking taking his shirt off every fucking game. Fucking attention loving fucking jackass. I like Muscleman, but I'm saying, you know what I mean? Give me a Memphis -1. Iowa State is taking on VCU. Iowa State's late 11. I'll lock this up. I don't think VCU's any good. Let's go. I will lay the 11 with Iowa State. Where the hell is this game again? This game is where? This game is where?
In Florida. Florida, right? Yeah. It's in Florida. You know, I actually think that everybody's going to see the VCU name brand and get enamored with it and take VCU. Be like, oh, I'm getting 10 points to VCU. I'm with you. I'm going to lock
11,
up the
yeah.
close. Yeah,
I see it. I mean, actually, I do see a 10.5 out there too. Jump on the 10.5.
Yeah.
Let's
Lay
go.
it.
Lock it up. They've been just rolling teams.
Yep.
Stanford is catching 3 against Michigan.
Oh, what a game.
Noah, where are we at with Michigan covering this 3?
He
Noah?
just disappears.
He's got some. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, what do you think about this? This is one I struggle with. I'm going to take Michigan -3. I don't feel good about it. What are you doing here?
I probably lean to Michigan because Stanford just had the heartbreak of almost beating Arkansas. I may end up betting Michigan, but for right now, I don't trust Michigan either. I'll lean to Michigan though. Noah?
I don't really think Michigan should be favored in this game. Like,
it's a tree huggers.
Still, like they beat a good Arkansas team that is not playing well right now. But I think the only reason why Michigan's laying points here is because everybody's going to say Stanford just went to overtime yesterday. I don't like this game either. I didn't like the Memphis game. I don't like the Stanford game either.
Shout out to the chat slope side. No, that is my fault actually. I went past Seton Hall USC. My bad. USC's laying 4.5 against Seton Hall in La Jolla there.
Courtney Love here.
Yeah, I'm on USC -4.5. The line's telling me. Is that what you thought?
No, I thought USC would be favored by more. Seton Hall really hasn't proven much.
Really?
So here's
they just lost to UC Irvine, dude. I thought.
Yeah, but they were out without multiple guys though.
But
so
they're still out. They're still out. What's it called?
No, they're back. They're back. Here's the reason why this line's low. Is
what do you mean they're back? I'm looking at a report right fucking now on DJ Rodman.
I saw one. Yeah. DJ Rodman's not 100%, but he expects to play.
Boogie
That's what I saw 4 hours ago. I've already bet this. I bet this at -3. It's now up to -4.5. People like it. It smells because Rodman was out for the last game against Brown, and then the two of their best 3 guards, and Boogie Ellis and Kobe Johnson didn't play against Irvine, and that was the game they lost. So a lot of people are going to look at the last 2 games here and think that USC hasn't done that well. For me, I
thought it stunk the other way. I'm with Noah here. I thought this line was too small.
Yeah, for me, I have this line -7, so I'd take it all the way up to 6. I really I mean, you guys know I've been high on this USC team the whole time, so give me the Trojans here.
But I need to know who the fuck's going to play because you read a report. I'm looking at this right now. saying questionable.
I honestly like DJ Rodman to me is not the strength of this team. It's their backcourt. They have the three guys in Isaiah Collier, Boogie Ellis, and Kobe Johnson. Those three are going to be able to win them this game by more than 7, I think. By more than 6.
I see it at 4.5, but give me USC. Yeah.
Well, we're picking it at 4.5 on the show. I'm locking that up. I'm just saying I bet it at -3. I'd take it all the way up to 6.
Shout out to Mo Ash, who just fucking donated $50, man. What a fucking Mo. We appreciate you. DM me, dude. I don't think you DM me, or if so, I didn't see it. Do it again. If or I'll double check. But appreciate you, Mo. Mac, I take it you're riding with the Pirates, the wrong Pirates.
Yeah. You know, Shaheen Holloway, he's done this before. Knocked off the TMZ team. I'm not going to lock it just because USC's already lost a game, but I may throw some on the money line. Go Seton Hall.
Woo-hoo-hoo. I like it. Boise State's catching 2 against Virginia Tech. No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what? I will ride the +115. Give me the Broncos against the Hokies at the Worldwide Sports fucking complex, whatever the fuck they're calling it. Just makes me think of the movie Spaceballs when
Chat was asking for a triple lock earlier in the show. Here it is. Wrong team's favored.
Let's go.
Boise. Let's go, baby. I love it.
Where's my theme music?
Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever will be together.
NC State.
This game's awful.
NC State is laying 7.5 at the Michelob Arena. Patty C needs fucking Michelob Ultra Arena. Yeah, somebody get Patty C a season pass there. Dude, let's bet on NC State. Vandy sucks. If I'm saying that means you should act. You know I hate NC State.
Why do I feel like Vandy's going to win this game? It's at 1 a.m. This is such an NC State egg spot.
I mean, we do know their history. They've been doing this since the beginning of the time of choking. But dude, Vandy sucks, dude.
I know.
What?
But NC
what
State
convincing win? I mean, you look at they lost to Presbyterian. Dude, they barely beat Central Arkansas. We have to take NC State, dude. We have to.
I'm taking Vandy. But I'm not locking this. I'm not locking Vanderbilt. The late window game, Vandy money line. Let's go.
NC State bothers me. Every bone in my body hates NC State. But
you taking them is going to make them lose. It's great. This is the Alford all over again.
I'm locking up NC State -7. I know it's fucking disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. But lay the 7.
You know what? Let's have a battle in the final window. Give me Vandy. Give me those private school pussies. I love it. Come on, Stackhouse.
I mean, we got a battle, folks. In one corner, pick Dundee. Riding with NC State. In the other corner, Wonderland Mac. He says he's a Commodore for life. Let's go. BYU is taking on Arizona State. ESPN 2 at the Michelob Ultra Center. BYU's laying 11. No. I will lock up Arizona State. This is a perfect spot. BYU's not in Provo. I know Vegas has got a strong Mormon population. I don't give a shit. Arizona State fans, they any reason to get fucked up in Vegas, they'll go. All right. Give me Arizona State +11. Lock it up. What are you doing here?
We just saw this with Washington. Washington and Arizona State are the same exact team where they'll lay an egg in a bye game, but then they'll get up when they go to Vegas and get in the bright lights, play some Mormons. I'm with you. Lock up Arizona State and sprinkle some on that big money line.
Oh, that's that. Folks, if you're looking for the money line play, to me, the biggest juicy. So let's go through this for a second. We don't have that's our slate anyway. So, okay. If you're looking for that money line payout, that's going to just bring you the fucking, the pumpkin pie, the fucking pecan pie with the ice cream, whatever the fucking metaphor you want to use for your fucking turkey day. But I'm going to entertain a couple. I think it starts with Arizona State plus 455 against BYU.
Yeah.
I also don't think it's crazy to just ride a little bit of Butler plus 240.
Yeah.
And Northern Iowa plus 295.
I was going to say that's the third one. Those three dogs. God damn, I'm fading the whole Big 12.
Now, subscribe to the Big 12 experience.
Because I'm gonna sprinkle in some fairy dust. My dog that I'm gonna sprinkle on maybe is VCU against Iowa State. Iowa State hasn't played anybody. VCU can maybe shoot the lights out here. Iowa State might have some trouble keeping up with an explosive offense. That's the one where it's like we haven't seen it from Iowa State yet. So
they got drilled by McNeese
there if I'm forced to.
And the short yapper is Boise State. No, but you know what? Max got an interesting point with Vanderbilt because NC State has done this for 40. In my opinion, they've done it since their whole existence, where they just lose games they shouldn't. Now, I'm still locking up NC State because I believe Vanderbilt's terrible, and I think NC State's going to drill them. But historically, history tells you that Vanderbilt could be live plus 260. Yeah. I will. Back to Daquan's question earlier. To what's the bet you like most that we would put the most amount of money on? I'll be honest. I think it's probably going to be Arizona State plus the 11, just because I feel like that number's way the fuck off. Now, I also think A&M -7.
Yeah,
is super appealing to me. I think both of those are super appealing to me. I like Northern Iowa. I mean, I locked up all the games I locked up because I like them. I think my favorite would probably be Arizona State plus 11 or A&M -7. Those are the two I like most. Mac, what are you doing here?
I would definitely say the buzzsaw. The one I also really like is Boise. I think Boise's going to win the game outright. I think they're way better than Virginia Tech. They're coming off the Clemson loss where I thought they were right there, but then Clemson got away from them at the end. So those two, and I really like Iowa. I think Iowa's a significantly better team than Oklahoma. So Iowa's another one I really like.
All right, folks. Have a great Thanksgiving. Honestly, I know we bullshit a lot. We're drinking here. We're alcoholics, and yeah.
Cheers.
All right. At least we're not anonymous. All right. My name is Pick Dundee. I'm an alcoholic. Anyway, no, I want to say thank you. We appreciate this. This is a blast every night of my life, guys. Every night for college basketball season when I get to come here. You know, my wife, I moved a bunch of furniture and shit earlier today too. And she's like, I feel sorry for you. You got to go do the show. I go do the show. I feel great. I feel great when I do the show, talking to my friends here and having a great chat. So I appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And unless you guys are NC State fans.
Or Cowboys.
Mac, yeah, it's true. Go Redskins, fuck the Cowboys, and watch that Egg Bowl. That shit's always chippy as fuck. Yeah. Mac, anything else you want to add in there?
No, I mean, to be honest, like it's 2 a.m. right now on Thanksgiving night, and we're closing in on 200 people watching live. And I remember when you brought me onto the show last year, and I think there was like 20 people at this time last year. So I mean, just to see how much this show has grown in just a year and where this thing is going, and it's just two guys out here spitting shit and talking shit and drinking some beers and picking college basketball games and talking storylines. But you guys in the chat really make this thing go, and extremely thankful, extremely excited for where this is going, and excited for where the whole SGPN company is going in the future. Extremely thankful and happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Love you guys. Yeah. And shout out to Troy tuning in the chat. Alcoholism is a solution, not a problem. Yes. Do I need to tell the story before we get out of here of I was scheduled to be on a train that crashed, right? Now, only like
only like, I feel like 5 people died or 3 people died. I don't even remember, but like 30 people got really hurt. And a friend of mine, I had moved to California, and a friend of mine had texted me saying, dude, I'm at California Pizza Kitchen. Let's get super fucked up. I've only been to California Pizza Kitchen maybe twice in my life. And I've only been once where I had a mission to get fucked up. I walked all the way to a train station, like a 20-minute walk. And I read that text as I was about to board the train, and I go, oh fuck, let me go meet him at California Pizza Kitchen. So in a way, alcohol saved my life. All right, look, there's a flip side to every fucking coin, folks. All I'm saying.
Yeah. Yep.
I went to go get drunk. That train fucking crashed, and some people died. True story, folks. Anyway, drink responsibly or whatever the fuck, or don't. You know what I mean? I didn't drink responsibly that night. My life got fucking saved potentially. Folks, have a wonderful night. God bless everybody, and thank you for tuning in, and check out all of our other shows. Check out the Sports Gambling Podcast, and yeah, I appreciate everybody, and stay safe, and have a great Thanksgiving. Until next time, folks, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours, and we out of here.
It's got me thinking about the good shit the minute that I seen your grill again. It made me good trip, good jog the mind back like dog will wind that. Man, I didn't get mad when you near me hit me tan back, but the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on fire again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor. Vancouver, Michigan with my rap disaster, yeah. You know you want it how you want it. No need to trip cause I got it, doggone it. It's all yours and the extras too. All the super music and the sex for hope. Just get it straight cause you caught me in a good mood. Let me demonstrate what this time of year could do. Sing it.